Good afternoon. I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News, coming to you from our digital desk. The Ohio Department of Transportation, ODOT, along with their partnership with IDOT, that's the Indiana Department of Transportation, launched a very innovative test program today where, and I think we've all known this is coming, automated trucks, these are at least partially automated at this point, hit the road from Columbus to Indianapolis today. That's I-70. That's an important corridor if you think about the manufacturing that take place in Indiana and Ohio, and to have that corridor potentially down the road using automated trucks. Now, here's how this is going to work, and then we'll bring in the real expert. This is video from the two trucks on the highway. You see them with the white and black trailers there. This is a platooning system where the first truck will have a driver. The second truck will follow that first truck and will be automated. Now, for these tests, there's technically professional drivers behind the wheel of both vehicles because these are tests. But it's the idea that somewhere down the road, you will have a driver in that first truck, and the second truck, using technologies, cameras, sensors, will simply follow or platoon with that first vehicle. So some very cutting edge stuff. We're going to welcome in Brianna Bedanes from the Ohio Department of Transportation. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
Hey, thanks for joining us. And wow, this is, boy, really, I think a glimpse into the future here. Explain this idea of platooning. I think all of us sort of thought that someday they would just all be autonomous. Why maybe this direction? Why the direction of having a driver up front and then other vehicle following it?
Sure. So there's all different levels of automation, from the partially automated that we are going to see here on I-70 to fully automated that doesn't require a driver at all. I-70 is a very nationally significant corridor for freight traffic. In particular, Indiana and Ohio are both big logistics hubs. Yet a lot of this technology has only been tested to the south, where warmer weather is warmer, more predictable. So we wanted to take this step to assess the technology in a Midwest climate. So this technology works with linking two trucks electronically. The first truck, as you said, controls the direction and the speed, sends that position data back to that second truck, and the second truck can automatically follow the precise path.
So why, what's the decision, or I guess is this just because this is a test? Why test where you still have to have a driver as opposed to, as you said, there are some that are fully autonomous?
Yeah, so I think any test or any project rather that state departments of transportation are going to do, we're going to have a driver in there regardless of what level technology is, just because we're in the infancy stages of seeing this technology out on public roads in this part of the country. And we may see other levels of automation as part of this project in the future, but this is where we're starting with platooning, which is actually something Ohio has done before. This is our second automation project at ODOT, and we've had platooning trucks on the road before, and we've seen a lot of success.
And what is the hope for the future, and how far down the road is the future?
Great question. So this project aims to advance this technology in the Midwest. So we're reaching out to a lot of logistics companies to kind of introduce what the possibility is. This technology, first and foremost, is focused on safety, which may seem counterintuitive to people, but when you start to remove some human error from the equation, we will get some safety benefits in addition to efficiency, and just reducing driver stress on the road. So we're looking to kind of introduce this technology to the logistics industry in the Midwest now. And it's hard to say really how many years away we are from this technology scaling in this part of the country, but we're taking the first step with this project.
And I loved the idea of the weather. I mean, that's great. You can test this down in Texas where it's, 80 degrees every single day. That just doesn't happen in Ohio. We know what the weather is here, whether it's thunderstorms and raining and can't see, or snow. So yeah, you've got to get some testing underway. People are going to be nervous when we start talking, especially big trucks driving themselves. Where does that nervousness and that fear fall in tests like this?
I think it's okay to be nervous. I think it's human nature to be skeptical of anything that's new or different. And as with anything innovative and technology driven, it's going to take some time for the community to really see the benefit and for us to be able to communicate that benefit effectively. So it's okay to feel nervous. That's why we've done extensive testing on in a closed track environment before deploying on public roads. We have human drivers in each truck. We've worked with our law enforcement partners. So we kind of have a bunch of layers rather of, caution, because this is new and this is different, and we understand people are going to be nervous. So we are, implementing a crawl, walk, run mentality where we're going to start slow and we're going to assess continually as we go, as we build up.
You mentioned human error, that our ultimate goal is to make everything a little bit safer. What do you mean by human error, and what are we looking to replace?
Sure. So there are tens of thousands of deaths on our roadways each year. And we have engineering, we have law enforcement, but if we can also use technology as part of the safety solution, when you talk about an automated vehicle, unlike humans, an automated vehicle isn't going to text while driving, isn't going to fall asleep at the wheel, isn't going to drive impaired or speed. So if we can start to remove some of those dangerous driving behaviors from the roadway, we should end up with a much safer roadway for everyone.
It is a fascinating project. Again, $8.8 million, a multi-level research project that's going on. Again, driving back and forth Indianapolis to Columbus, and it is the beginning stages. We're speaking with Brianna Badanes. Brianna, I want to give you the final word here, whether it's maybe calming some of the fears, whether it's looking to the future. You give us the final word on this project.
This is a really exciting time for us. And again, I think it's okay to be nervous. It's okay to be skeptical of something that is so new and different from what we're used to. Know that we are taking every precaution we can and having drivers at the wheel. We've done lots of testing so that not only will this deployment be safe as it progresses, but the ultimate goal is to make safer roadways for all.
Excellent. You did say that you've been testing this on closed course roads. How long has that testing been going on before it now hit live roads?
We have been testing for almost a year.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much, Brianna. Thank you for joining us. People are going to be curious on this project, and so in the future we'll make sure to bring updates. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Again, just wanted to give you sort of your first look. Again, we've got some video, the trucks actually hitting the road. There are professional drivers behind the wheel at the current time, but the idea is that that second vehicle is basically electronically tethered or attached to that first vehicle. And in this platooning idea, I love that word. It's you've got a driver at the front, but you can have platooned vehicles behind it using technology, telling it when to slow down, when to brake. And I did read in the research, it can tell if another car or another truck were to get between those two vehicles. The technology is there that they don't become untethered, but that they can actually react to a car between them, slow down, brake using cameras and sensors. Again, very interesting project pushing us towards the future. If we have any other breaking news, it'll be here on our digital platforms. Our 3.5 hours of news and weather, first alert weather, start at 3 o'clock on Channel 19, so we will see you over there. Until then, I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News. Have a great day.
19 News is everywhere. Download our CTV apps and follow us on social media @Cleveland 19 News.